Okay, this will be an interesting one. Okay. This will be a little bit challenging. Alright, let's see what we have. We have here a tea or coffee mug with a pattern all over it. Pretty much the same pattern all around. There's nothing fancy, just the pattern. We're going to photocopy this mug. So we're just going to place it on the glass like so, and we're going to gently roll it. But yeah, I must say I'm missing a loved one, folks, and I'm trying to get my photocopier demos that I do here up on free to air TV. So we just rolled it. So I'm trying to get it recognised on free to air TV. I'm missing a loved one and I'm trying to get in touch. His name is Luigi and I love him dearly. I value him and I really miss him. And I'm just trying to get my stuff out there. Anyway, that looks interesting. Looks a bit dark there, but we might still be able to use it. But I really do get lonely and it's really difficult dealing with the loneliness that I feel being away from him. It's really difficult dealing with it, but I'm trying my best as I can, as much as I can, as a person with just myself and this photocopier. I do see people sometimes. I do have people that help me with housework because I have got disability, unfortunately. But I'm trying my best to utilise what I'm good at, and this is it. This gives me a sense of achievement once I've done these demos for the day and I upload them to social media. That looks all interesting, but it's not what I want. So yeah, I'm trying to use what I'm good at and try to ignore the fact that I'm disabled, try to get my work happening. I really miss Luigi, but I can't stop the loneliness from happening. I'm actually thinking that looks really quite interesting. Pity that it's a bit backgroundy. Well, the original that I've made is backgroundy, but basically I'm trying to find my place in this world, trying to get this stuff on the TV news, the primetime news, trying to find my lost loved one. I know I can do it, folks. I know I've got a chance. It's not just a chance. I can do it, folks. I'm wondering if we're going to do it again. If we're going to run the cup over the glass again. But basically, I do feel that's a bit dark. I do feel lonely and it's difficult, but at least I'm doing something useful, folks. I'm doing something that's going to go take me places. I'm talented. I might be partially disabled, but I'm talented as well. And I'm trying to ignore the disability and focus on the ability. So I'm not going to diss my ability, so to speak. I'm not going to diss my ability. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to use it. And the waste toner bottle thing is full. So finally that's starting to happen. Now this looks good, but we still have a bit of shadow, but we can't be perfect. But now I've got to get this happening. So I'm just going to use the guidance to give me an idea, to refresh my memory. So it's going to tell me to pull these two clips asunder and pull the thing out. So I'm just going to put the camera down. Sorry folks, but basically I've got the clips out, the two little clips. I still have to pull them apart. It's really, I get shaky when I do this. I get really nervous. I've got it out. I've got the waste toner container open, and now I'm just going to get stuck in and replace it. I'm sorry I'm not able to show you what I'm doing. So it's something that needs two hands. There's also some things that need cleaning while I'm at it. I don't know where they are. Those things, the little things that you pull in and out. I can't find where they are. Oh fuck it, I won't bother. I know it's not as, hopefully it won't fuck up the performance of this equipment. So I'm just going to click it into place. Looks like it's clicked. I'm just going to hit the end guidance button. This is real pain in the ass. I just closed it. Warning is no longer in effect. So I'm just going to attach container. There's a little blue piece of plastic that I'm putting on somehow to prevent the toner spilling if it tips over. So I've got that in place. I'm now going to put it in the plastic bag that's supplied with it, so that if there's a spill, it's not going to go all over the place. I'm having a little bit of trouble opening the plastic bag, so sorry I don't have more than two hands to do this job. So I would have liked to have entertained you with this to show you what I'm doing, but it's a two-hand kind of an activity. So I have to put the camera down and do this. So now it's all been closed up, it's ready for recycling. We're back in action again. Whew, I'm a bit dizzy. And we've lost all the settings. So now let's just get back to our piece, what we're doing. So this is what we've got here. So at least the toner waste box has been replaced. Now we're just going to set this up again. Sorry folks. Actually, we're just going to leave it on 100. Sorry about the shaking. I really hate it when something like that comes up. It's a real disruption. But that's a part and parcel of photocopiers, folks. Such high maintenance they are. They're a pain. You know, the old saying, it's a love-hate relationship for me a lot of the time. A lot of the time I feel both a love-hate feeling towards this equipment. And I know the companies that make these equipments are basically a large part of my hate. It's most of the hate I feel is directed at the corporations that build these equipments and make these equipments so fickle and so bad performing. They don't do a job good enough to be worthy of any kind of praise. So I love photocopiers per se. I just hate the way that they're made and the way the companies make them. The companies are really, really, really mean-spirited type people. People that run these corporations. You just get the feeling they don't care. They just care about the money. So that's an example of my hate side of my relationship, is the love of money that goes with how these equipments are manufactured. Yeah, I was expecting that waste toner box to be full sooner than I expected, but at least we had one available. At least we weren't caught out this time. Why are we just going to leave it on 100? So now we've got a really nice piece. But yeah, you just have to. It's really a difficult way to deal with, you know, the way photocopier companies are profiteering, and on the most part, they're really into profiteering, and they don't care about you or I or the equipment or the environment. Even though they talk about the environment, they talk about social responsibility, but they're not. You just know it. When you're a person like me and you've developed an intuition relating to the industry, you no longer see the bright side of the industry. You don't see the positive side. You tend to focus on what they're doing wrong. And it's true, they're doing a lot of things wrong. And they don't care about anything but their profiteering, their money. But at least we got that waste toner box replaced. This is going to be a long demo, folks. Don't like this one. It didn't turn out as well as I was hoping. But basically the industry's full of shit. You got to believe me, folks. The industry's full of shit. You can't believe hardly what they say, what they want you to believe. It's a load of shit. These days, folks, you got to believe in yourself. We're going to use that section. We've got to believe in yourself now, folks, because you can't believe in corporation. You can't believe in anything that makes money. You can't. You got to believe in yourself. I one day have a dream of redesigning the photocopier, and we're going to make it a design. We're going to use that. We're going to make this design based on love and functionality. We're going to make a photocopier system that works, that has artificial intelligence driving it, and it's going to be a very smart piece of equipment, and the actual photocopier itself is going to last around 60 years instead of only 5 years. The spare parts, consumables and service will be guaranteed for about that time, 60 years. And it's going to be built mostly out of recycled materials. And the materials themselves are probably going to come from places like China and India, where a lot of e-waste or electronic waste is dumped. And we've got to clean up the planet. We've got to think of the future of this planet and the human race over profit. Now that looks nice. We could make it a bit longer. But we've got to think what we can do to make the world a better place. And I really want to make this photocopier live up to these expectations that I'm putting on it. And I want the workers, the actual photocopier factory, to be based in Australia, to be manufactured wholly and fully in Australia, nothing offshore, no China, no made in China, no made in Vietnam, which is a couple of the third world countries that this equipment is made in. So we're not going to have any third world countries manufacturing our equipment. We're not even going to have a first world country. The only country that's going to be manufacturing is Australia, Aussie land, as I like to call it. We're going to make this an Aussie made and owned entity. And it's going to be, everything is Australian except the materials that we import from places like China and India. So we have to think for the future. And the workers in the factory, and all throughout the whole organisation for that matter, are going to be paid a little bit more than their proper wage. Not slave labour wage, I'm talking proper wage. It's going to be a slightly better place to work than even if it was being paid, even if they're getting paid properly, we pay them a little bit more than proper. So we make sure we don't have slaves in our company, or in our country for that matter. So we're going to make a difference, folks. Another thing to note is I'm going to become a scientist as well as a CEO. And despite the fact that I'm currently disabled, they will have technology available for the brain damage I had at birth. I had a cord around my neck and I came out feet first, which meant I lost oxygen, and certain parts of my brain, such as the hippocampus and the short-term memory, were severely damaged, which means I can't work in a normal job. I look forward to when they have that technology. Another disability I consider a blessing, if that's the right word, and that is the Asperger syndrome. These disabilities have yet to be diagnosed, but I will get them diagnosed eventually. I'll have to, and I want to. So I'm trying to make a bright future for the world, and most of the money that I earn from being a CEO will go towards science and humanities. And basically some of the things I want to do is to find solution to climate change, to fix climate change, and to find a solution to nuclear waste like Chernobyl and Fukushima. And I want to do other things as well, such as harness the power of lightning as a power source, as a renewable power source. So I've got a future, folks, and I know I can do it. And that looks brilliant. I think now I can call this demo quits.